What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. Today, we have an open discussion. Want to give a quick shout out to Kyrie Condones, one of our subscribers out there from Not So Pro Football Talk. Him on our Discord asked us to talk about Joe Burrow and how we feel about him, right? So one of the biggest questions about Joe Burrow is he underrated? You know, what type of QB is he? So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into this talk about Joe Burrow. For only being in the league for 3 years, Joe Burrow has had 2 legendary seasons. His career in the NFL started out slow after tearing his ACL and MCL, which that's pretty harsh, but that did not stop him from becoming the absolute unit that he is today. He finished off the season with 4,475 passing yards and 35 passing touchdowns, finishing off with a 12-4 record, which is actually their best record since 2015. Now, if you ask me, that's pretty darn impressive. And then on top of that, he also had a very impressive completion percentage of 68.3%. Now, that's pretty darn good, especially with the offensive line that's been struggling. You got to give that man props. And to top all that off, he's had back-to-back AFC Championship appearances alongside a Super Bowl appearance, which unfortunately he came out short against the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, just so close, right? So close. But you know what? That was a heartbreaker because we got to give him credit because Joe Burrow, he kind of did the impossible, right? I mean, he took a struggling Bengals team to the Super Bowl. So you got to give him credit for that. I mean, no one thought that the Bengals were going to be able to make the big game. Absolutely no one, not me, none of the analysts. This was pretty darn crazy. So, I want to get into this because when you talk about QBs, who's the first QB that comes to mind, Reed?
For me, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, who's the second QB that comes to mind?
After that, it's Patrick Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes, right? Everyone wants to talk about this stylish, ecstatic player, Patrick Mahomes. Now, me personally, if you ask me, I feel as if Joe Burrow's kind of living under his shadow, right? Not a lot of people are able to see what Joe Burrow is doing because of what Patrick Mahomes is doing. There's no backlash there. I'm not the biggest Chiefs guy out there. Obviously, I support the Niners. But Patrick Mahomes, he's been to 3 Super Bowl now. He's had offensive MVP of the year, Super Bowl MVP. I mean, this guy is just incredible. He is a freak athlete. He goes out there. He should have stuck with baseball, but you know, fortunately enough for us, we're able to witness generational talent like Patrick Mahomes. But I feel like with all of that, he's kind of covering up Joe Burrow because a lot of people want to say, hey, you have quarterbacks like Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, who will be alongside Mahomes to represent the AFC for the following decade, right? But honestly, I still think they're missing out on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of what he will accomplish in this NFL.
For sure, I definitely agree with that. He is a generational talent that has become a top 3, at the very least, quarterback in the NFL. He's only had 3 seasons under his belt, right?
Yeah, only 3 seasons.
With one of them ACL tear, right?
Correct. He only played 6 games.
Yeah, he has accomplished so much in such a little time. It is incredible. He is going to be going to the moon, basically. I always send that GIF with you guys, going to the moon.
To the moon!
To the moon. That's where Joe Burrow's potentially going.
Nice. And if that wasn't enough, as of recent, former Bengals QB Carson Palmer came out and said, I believe this was on the QB Room podcast, he came out and said that he thinks Joe Burrow is the best QB in the league. Now, was that kind of a stretch? Honestly, I don't think so. You know, this is not me just sucking up to one of our fans, which is Kyrie, who asked us to build this video. This is my honest opinion here. Joe Burrow, he is a very talented QB, and I don't think Carson Palmer is being biased because he played for the Bengals. I think he has, you know, some sense into him, even to the point where organizations like PFF came out and recognized Joe Burrow, right? PFF awarded Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes the 2 highest passing grades of 2022, with Joe Burrow having a 90 passing grade and Patrick Mahomes having an 89.2 passing grade. So they had Joe Burrow right over Patrick Mahomes. And then on top of that, I feel like I'm saying on top of that a lot this video, because there's so many obstacles that come right in front of Joe Burrow. I mean, it is incredible what he is doing. And I know everyone's going to say, oh, well, he has the talent in the wide receiver position. Yeah, he does. That's just a good compliment. But I still believe he's able to become a great quarterback without those guys, right? So we're going to see what happens in the future whenever him, Higgins, and Chase all have to get paid. That's going to be interesting to see what the Bengals do. But to say the least, Joe Burrow can do it all, right? And everyone's talking about how much he gets sacked, and that's the biggest comparison between him and Patrick Mahomes, Reed, is that Joe Burrow gets sacked more, way more than Patrick Mahomes. I think he's been sacked 92 times compared to Patrick Mahomes, which is like 60 some. I could be mistaken there. I should have this on my notes, but I guess I didn't write it down. But that's because, Carson Palmer's words, that's because he knows how to play by the rules, quote unquote, by the rules, which means playing by the original play that the Bengals called. So if he feels pressure, you know what? I'm going to go down instead of scrambling, try to make plays, try to make guys miss, and maybe lose out on 4 yards. He's not that type of player. He's like, okay, you know what? We lost this play. Let's get to the next one. Let's try it again.
Yes. What Burrow does best is his pocket presence, in my opinion. His ability to move around in the pockets and keep his eyes downfield is what separates him. It's stuff that players learn in their 4th or 5th years in the league, how to keep your eyes down the field while you move around that pocket. And the pocket is not safe, so he's constantly moving around that pocket. He's able to keep his eyes downfield, trusting his wide receivers that they're going to uncover, and he's able to complete the ball. Does he take sacks every once in a while? Of course, because his line is really, really bad. But he's able to keep his eyes looking downfield, which is what I think separates him from most of the quarterbacks right now. And he already has a pretty good understanding of breaking down defenses already in his 3rd year in the league. Once he has 10 years of experience in this league, he's going to be able to tell you what every single player is going to be doing on a certain play. He's just going to learn more and more.
Yeah, and I know you said about his offensive line, but man, it gets me so freaking pumped up that the Cincinnati Bengals are taking a priority in their offensive line. We've seen for the past 2 years that they've been addressing that, right? From, adding players to drafting players. They're looking at the trenches, especially offensively, and they're looking to get it done. That's going to make a huge difference for the Bengals.
AJ, why are you so pumped up right now, man? You got all this energy. Why are you so pumped up right now?
Dude, I feel like a football player. Honestly, I just got out of the gym. I've been taking Redcon 1's Total War. Actually, I still have some right here. Total War is a great pre-workout, which is actually the sponsor of this video. We're excited to announce that we have partnered up with the fastest growing supplement brand, Redcon 1. Now, Redcon 1 is a mission-based company that creates premium supplements for people that want to get the most out of their workout and workday. They offer anything from protein to creatine to pre-workout, anything you need to help you with your grind, they got it. Use code T20NSP to get a special discount on your order. Don't forget, use code T20NSP to get a discount on your order. This is great supplements, keeps you energized, keeps you mentally focused, and helps you reach the goals that you want to reach in life. Just like Joe Burrow, he is going to reach those goals in the NFL. I highly believe it. In the next decade, Reed, just like you said, we have a lot to look forward to. Now, to say the very least, right, when people talk about the NFL, one of the most asked questions is, hey, who do you think the best quarterback in the league is, right? Everyone says it. Everyone says it, even though everyone knows the answer. But now that Tom Brady's out of the league, 90% of the time, people say Patrick Mahomes. This is going to be a huge game changer. In the next 5 years, that answer is going to change dramatically. So I'm really looking forward to what Joe Burrow has to do. I'm really looking forward to what the Bengals are going to do. Reed, what are your thoughts here? Do you have anything else before we head out?
I still have Patrick Mahomes as number 1 in my book. But Joe Burrow is sneaking up. I just wanted him to win an MVP or two to be able to take that spot away from Patrick Mahomes. Then I'll say Joe Burrow is the best because I think he definitely is going to reach that point.
Most definitely. So thank you all very much if you joined us today. We wish the best of luck to all you Bengals fans, to Joe Burrow out there, and to everyone else. And again, huge shout out to Kyrie Condones for recommending this video topic, which we told you we'll get to. He's in our Discord, so if you want to recommend a video topic, go in our banner on our YouTube channel. We have the little Discord emblem there. Click on it, which automatically invites you to our Discord channel. So if you want to hear us talk about something, that's the place to do it. So thank you all very much, and until next time, keep on grinding.